Chris Lovell here with quarterback Davis Webb for Double T 1043 and Double T 1043.com. You're in a bit different spot now than we were, a year ago, would you say?
Oh, for sure. Freshmen can't talk to media, so it's been a huge positive for me. I like this a lot.
Tell me what kind of summer you've had, because I think you have spent some time with Coach Whitfield. You've spent some time at the Elite 11 as a counselor, and then you've been doing your class and your stuff for your team and all that stuff. So you've had a busy summer.
Yeah, the biggest thing I think I've improved this summer is being a more vocal leader. I think I have a little more of a resume now. I can talk to guys who are now freshmen. I can talk to Brad, I can talk to Kenny about stuff. But, our leadership's pretty solid up front from Kenny and Brad and Jackson Richards and Sam McLaughlin, some guys a lot of guys like that. So, but yeah, I've had a huge, busy summer going through the Elite 11, being the youngest counselor to ever go there. It's been a pretty cool deal. I was just there 2 years ago, talking to Bryce. Yeah, as a player. Right. Talking to Bryce Petty and, Connor Cook and guys like that, just being a sponge around them. And talked to Blake Bortles for like 30 minutes, and he's a really good guy. And I've talked to him about what I need to do to get to where you are. He said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, and just try to be a sponge as much as I can this summer.
And Blake Bortles beat Baylor last game too, so you need learn a lot there.
Yeah, I talked about that too.
I bet hopefully Bryce Petty wasn't around.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, when we talked to Jakeem Grant earlier, he said, it was weird because in a recent practice, I don't know when this was, if it was back in the spring, Davis pulled me and Bradley aside and said, hey guys, I know that I'm older or you guys are older than me, but this is what I expect out of you guys. Yeah. What was that moment like for you, and when did you decide that this is it? I'm not going to, I've got to step up and just start, taking the reins on this deal.
I really noticed that after I got benched at Kansas State game. I really was like, okay, this is really, whenever I get my chance again, I'll make sure this is my team. This is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show everybody what kind of potential this team has, because I see it. I always got to do it. And I think last year I had to describe that team in one word to be potential, because we didn't maximize our potential. This year I think we're relentlessly driven to maximize our potential.
You spent a lot of time getting ready for Arizona State, and you passed that test. If I were to say to you, what's different now, because you've got to start passing those tests on a weekly basis now instead of having a month, how much different is that for you?
I wouldn't say it's that huge of a difference. Obviously, as much film as you watch, you're going to pick up some stuff you may have not watched in a week. But, Coach Kingsbury does a great job preparing each and every one of us quarterbacks. So I'm not really worried about, being like crazy over-prepared, but I have an iPad, I'll watch film at night, and I'll be the most prepared quarterback every Saturday. I have nothing to worry about on that.
He said about you, hey, Davis knows exactly what I want from him. So does that mean he doesn't get on you anymore?
I don't think he's really ever got on to me as much as everybody, like coaches might get on quarterbacks. And Coach Kee's not a yeller. He knows what he wants, and if you got to do what he wants, really, because he gives you full reign of the offense. You can check whatever you want as long as you have a good reason. And he's unlike any coach I've ever played for, and it's really a blessing to play for him. So, yeah, I hope he doesn't yell at me much, because if he yells, I'm probably not going to be playing no more.
Tell me about, going down the field. He's talked a lot about taking the top off. Last year we kind of played in a box and all that stuff. You guys have a lot of speed at your disposal. We saw a lot of that in the spring. That's got to make you feel pretty good about things, because that's kind of maybe your strength is going down the field with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not going to worry about taking the top off and all that, because I know Coach Kingsbury and Coach Morris are going to develop a pretty dang good game plan every week. But I know that we have guys like DJ Bray and Devin Lauderdale and Reggie Davis who can run those posts, run those fades that I know 65,000 people in the Jones will be oohing and ahhing when they run past those corners. So I know Brad's a lot faster than our Y last year, and Jace. So I know he can take the top off. I tell him every day. Okay, yeah. I make sure Jace knows that. But, Jace is good across the middle, so he has pros and cons. But, we have a different offense this year, and Coach Kingsbury and Morris does a great job of adapting to what we have, and I'm really excited to see what we have.
You grew up in this state. The home schedule that you guys, have this year, it may be one of the best ones that this program has ever seen. That's got to make you feel good about when you start seeing the season tickets are sold out.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's just a credit to how hard our team worked in that month of preparation going to the Holiday Bowl. And I hope everybody sees on our team that that's what it takes. All that hard work results in that huge victory for this program. And obviously it's getting shown all those season tickets being sold. And so having games like Arkansas and Texas and Oklahoma, all these big upsets are waiting to happen. So I think we're pretty hungry for that.
Pick sixth. Yeah. Your thoughts when you see that?
I think Baylor's picked six last year too, so yeah, that shows what everybody else really knows. They don't really see how hard Texas Tech football team is really working, and they don't really see how much this team is different. It's night and day workout-wise and team and personnel-wise where we are today than we were last year.
Speaking of night and day, you've added, I don't know, 40 pounds since a year ago, give or take? I don't know.
Since the Holiday Bowl, probably 20-something, 23,
20?
24.
Okay, and then, but since when you showed up here as a freshman, I mean, like
About,
when you got on campus, a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
How'd you do it?
Just get him Coach Dennis. He's he's one of the best strength coaches I've ever been around, probably the best. He works really hard at what he does, and probably we get with Dana, getting all that food in me, getting 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 calories in me. That's been rough on me because I'm overeating and stuff like that. But if you want to be the best quarterback to ever play at Texas Tech, it's not really that hard if that's your dream. That's what it has to do. That's what it takes to be the best.
And your head coach, when he played here, he couldn't put on weight either, and they put him on this peanut butter and jelly diet.
Yeah.
So it was peanut butter and jelly in between meals and all that stuff. Is there anything like that?
Oh, it's very similar.
It's so advanced now that you're taking all these bars.
Yeah, that's true. There's all these bars, but I'm a big PB&J guy, so I stick to the basics of what I know, and that definitely makes you gain weight.
You told me something this spring, and you kind of hinted at it there. You said, Coach told me that if I don't end up a first-round pick in a year or two, I've wasted everybody's time. And now you just said to be the best guy that's ever played this position at this school. Is that what you're waking up trying to do every day? Is just be the guy?
Yeah, I have a quote on my mirror. And I look in my bathroom. It says, "1, do you want to be great?" Question mark, and then that's underneath that 2, are you willing to do what it takes? And that's something I live off of. And I want to be the best quarterback to ever play here. I go into the facility every single day and see that banner of quarterback jerseys. And I see Coach Kingsbury's, Cody Hodges, Sonny Cumbies, and Graham Harrells, and B.J. Simmons, guys like that. And I want to be that kind of guy because I know what it takes to be the best quarterback in the Big 12, and I just got to do it now.
How many of those guys have you talked to? Like, besides Cliff, obviously.
I've talked to every single one except Graham. So that's been pretty cool to talk to B.J. Simmons, who has every passing record here, and talking to Sonny Cumby, who's my boy, great coach, recruited me out of high school, and Cody Hodges has been a great helping me. He's very Christian, and it's been a good aspect of that part of life for me.
Good luck this year, man.
Oh, no problem.
There he is, Davis Webb.